Jersey, it's the first half, and we done dropped 30.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Christian Watson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Commanders and the Giants, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis on hand with you. And CD, if you look at this one on paper, it seems pretty obvious. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 4th down. Looking to throw. Pass is caught by Rondale Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Completes it to Watt. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 62 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll set up to throw. Steps nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Now this throw caught left side, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got Bellinger. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Taking it about the 16. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Back to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. There's 3 on them. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense. That's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And not a whole lot there. That's got a couple taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. The fullback wide, and he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you have a chance to win this game.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Back to throw here. Quick slant to Watson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Back to throw again. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. We've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first down.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a first and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
2nd and 15. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
They're going to look to throw. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They'll set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A good pickup for 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense is I remember is being able to see the play develop in front of you. And the disadvantages, and they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. that time he was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He's going to use his legs here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll drop to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Christian Watson there to make the grab. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants going to take over again on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Point after, right down the middle, and it is 42-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He's got this complete to Robinson. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sport. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Well, they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing. Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to keep this again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to him. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football. Out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's It's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They're in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
10 cycles.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 88 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them. His call. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this when he's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got room. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Christian Watson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Commanders are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York set to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Some easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And it'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt. Oh, how to get it up, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well,
that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw here. Got a man wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
Back now at FedEx Field.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ultra.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Xavier McKinney.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught left side by Hardman.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chase Young getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now.
Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Washington! He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, Is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something we mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Taken from just outside the 30. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ready, steal, check, steal.
Back to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 3rd and 19. No problem as they're able to convert.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end. But right now, they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw again and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Looking to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up for the 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics.